Joe Kelly comes in after that, and the Astros would start adding on in the 7th inning. And this is where things kind of spiral out of control. And if you want to talk about turning points, stuff like that, this is where it's at right here. And it's just, I guess I just have to ask. I quote tweeted our episode that we just put out with this. What exactly do relief pitchers do? I just want to know. Did these guys know that they're supposed to come in and get outs? Are we going to chalk it up to put in the wrong situation? Because I know that was a big excuse in past. I'm sorry. You get paid, do a job like that. Come in and fucking get it done. I know I'm putting it very black and white here, but this is just my raw reaction to it.
I mean, I'm sitting here wondering the same thing, man. There is not a guy in this bullpen right now that I really feel comfortable handing the ball with a lead. I don't know about you, but as of this moment, April 1st, there is not a guy in the White Sox bullpen that I really want to go to. You've seen Graveman get touched up. You've seen Aaron Bummer so far. Those are both high leverage guys. Joe Kelly. You look at Jose Ruiz, Santos, Jack Dickman. Enough said.
Jack Dickman.
Just it's going to continue to bite you. But what do relievers do? I'm not quite sure.
It's an honest question, right? I think that's where I stand on the matter with that. And you talked about those cast of characters. Those were the rest that came in after Lambert. It was Kelly, Ruiz, and then Santos in this one. And I will say, with Joe Kelly, the beginning of his outing, okay. And I will say that I did like the control much better. Last year was an absolute disaster with walks, with hit batsmen, with just not being able to effectively command anything. It was better at the start, but he did leave, right, with 2 runners on base. So putting your next guy in a tough position. We had talked about, me and Steve talked about that last night with putting your next guy in a tough position. Well, that's what happened last night. And then it happened, Jack Dickman gives up the big shot, the big kind of rip your heart open moment after that. But it was Kendall Graveman's runners, right, that he was allowing to score there. So it's tough to see this, and it feels like an early trend. I know we're only 3 games in, small sample size. It is what it is, but I just get the feeling that you're not going to be able to trust a whole lot of these guys, because I go back to that list too. And I was just out with the friends that I was talking about earlier when I met up with them, and we went through after and we're like, who do you trust? And Reynaldo Lopez, I think I'd put up there.
It's the one name I haven't mentioned when I went through
that's
entire.
But... And then after that, you're not feeling too great about any of those. You kind of know what you have in Jose Ruiz already. I think we've known that for a couple of years now. And then for Joe Kelly, it's still a lot of prove it. There's still a lot of trust to be earned back there on his part. And as for the other ones, you saw the Kendall Graveman not being able to lock down the bottom of the order in last night's game too. So it's tough. It's tough to do that. And maybe it's overreaction time here at Sox on Tap. But I think I'm a boo every reliever at home games that's not named Reynaldo Lopez or any mention of Liam Hendricks. I know he's siding that with the team right now, but until the performance improves, I think that's the necessary treatment.
Yesterday was a wasted Lance Lynn day. I don't know if I want to consider this a wasted Lucas Giolito day. All things considered, like we said, fairly well, but blowing leads like this is not exactly the trend that you want to see setting in early. Yes, this is the Houston Astros. Yes, it's the first series of the year. So might be slight overreaction. I don't like the trajectory that this is going on at the moment, at least early, because we talk about some of the same things, Johnny. Look at us last year towards the end of the season. You can't win the division in April or May, but you could certainly lose it. So don't want to see that trend continue. I think if you come out of this series 1-3 with both of those games that were sandwiched in the middle here, say we get blown out tomorrow, these 2 games are going to hurt. I thought today was a very winnable ball game. I thought yesterday was a very winnable ball game for the White Sox. I don't like losing winnable ball games. And I feel like we've just done that now twice in a row when this team has proven it could beat the Houston Astros. They did it on opening day. So there's a little bit of a leash that I'm going to give. I don't know about you, but these 2 ones sort of hurt because this team could easily be 3-0 at this point right now.